The application of equation in mathematics is something you cannot rule out. It's like, for instance, when you want to cook. Cooking a pot of soup demands you putting the ingredients at the right time and in the right quantity. That's an equation. Now, 4 plus 8 is 13. This is an equation because of this. So the word equation came from that word equal. Equal, do not forget that, equal. So let me take it from this simple part so you get to understand what I'm saying. Now, it's still the same thing as you putting it as 12 equals to 4 plus 8. Now, most people, they are used to this first one. A lot of guys are used to this first one where you say 4 plus 8 is 12. They're used to it. But the truth is, 12 equals to 4 plus 8. Are you going to dispute this? It's still an equation. So now we have a case of your left-hand side and your right-hand side. So you must know that if the left-hand side and the right-hand sides are equal, then the equation is balanced in a way. And if you start wondering, why did I have to use 4 and 8, 4 plus simple additions to show you equations? It's actually the truth. It's actually the truth. It's from numbers they start placing in alphabets, which now brings us to open sentences. In your basic classes, open sentences, you were given questions like, say for instance, triangle plus 3 equals to what? 8. It's okay, find this. Sorry, I will have to just make it very simple so once you understand the concept, the easier it is for you to solve it. Now, if they say you should find this, you know conventionally that a number plus 3 is 8. The number is still very small. And we've not applied directed numbers like minus and plus because numbers have two signs. It's either they are negative or they are positive.
I. Now, one letter A is in the middle of a monosyllabic word. Cat. Cat. Then we got AI. Okay, plight or plied. Okay, plight. Then we got plied. These are the two examples of its kind. Then this is the only example of its kind. Revel, revel. Then this one, guarantee, guarantor. Sorry, guarantor. So these are the examples of its kind. Guarantor. So you take note of that. Number 3, O. So you can have letter OU in the middle of a one syllabic word. Take note, we have letter OU here, but this is 2 syllabic. Okay, that's bisyllabic. But this one is because it is 1 syllabic, that's monosyllabic. So that makes it O sound, cough, not calf. I'm not going to say calf. Now this one is A because it is bisyllabic, trouble. But this is monosyllabic, that's why the letter OU in the middle is O, cough.
Hello everyone. We're about to discuss questions involving equilibrium of forces. These questions were taken from our previous classes and we're about to get through them. Let's go. The one question. Masses M1 and M2 at the 20 centimeter and 65 centimeter mass respectively of a uniform meter rule freely suspended at its center of gravity. If the rule balances horizontally, determine the ratio M2 to M1. So what we do is make a sketch of a meter rule. The meter rule should be calibrated from 0 to 100 centimeters. And this one, we are told, freely suspended at the center of gravity. Okay. So the center of gravity for a uniform meter rule should be at 50 centimeters. Now, we have masses M1 and M2 placed at the 20 centimeter mark and 65 centimeter mark respectively. So for the mass M1, it's going to be at the 20 centimeter mark, which is to be on this side of the meter rule. So we have that as M1. Then M2 will be on the 65 centimeter mark. That's after 50. We have our M2 here. Okay, so that's M2 now. The question is for us to decide the ratio of M2 to M1. How do we get that? Now, for this rule to be in balance, as the question states, then we are told here that the sum of the moments about a particular point should be 0. And so look at M1. What kind of moment does it describe about this pivot? You would know that it's anti-clockwise. Okay. While M2 would describe a clockwise moment about the pivot. So let's quickly have the moment itself. But what's the rule? We can say total ACW moments equals total CW moments. This is another way of saying the sum of the moments about the pivot is 0. Because ultimately, if you decide to add all the moments on one side of the equation, you would have to put positive sign on the anti-clockwise moment and negative sign on the clockwise moment, and that will ultimately give you a 0 result. Alright, so but we can also address it as I have written, total anti-clockwise moment equals total clockwise moment. Most students prefer it this way.
Good day, students. The last time we met, we have been on Kaman and his compound, and we are going to continue from where we stopped last time. The last time before we parted, I told us that we're going to be looking at the properties of diamond, the properties of graphite, the uses of diamond, the uses of graphite, and that will take us to the destructive distinction of code that we're going to see as we move on today. Diamond, as it's where we know that it is used as jewelry, but let me begin with being used as abrasive. Diamond is used as abrasive because it is very dense and hard. So we use it as abrasive to sharpen very hard tools.
Good day, viewers. I'm happy to be with you today. Once again, we have a very interesting topic to treat today in financial accounting, talking about accounting concepts and conventions. Before a student will start posting into relevant books of accounts, it is very important that he or she is acquainted with the concepts and convention in accounting. What are accounting concepts? They are the principles taken into consideration in preparing accounting statements. Once an accountant wants to prepare accounting statement, he must take into consideration the accounting concept. On the other hand, accounting conventions are standard upon which financial statement is prepared. Because when any financial report is given out, it must be based on a particular standard. If such standard is not adhered to, or if such standards are not adhered to, then it is not a proper accounting statement or financial statement, as the case may be.